To God be the glory for the great things that He has done. And man, I tell you, I just love being able to come to you guys and to share my heart, which actually is, of course, the pastor's heart, but more so, it's the Lord's heart for all of us. And so here's the thought that I have for you today. Most people never want to do something for nothing. In fact, in most instances, we would like to know what's in it for us before we will pledge our allegiance to the cause. Jesus' disciples were somewhat different in that they followed Jesus from the very beginning without taking thought of there not being any sort of compensation for the time that they would eventually have to invest. However, after they observed the ridicule, opposition, and persecution they had to endure, Peter, in one particular conversation, confronted Jesus by saying, "We have forsaken all to follow you. What's in it for us?" When we search the scriptures, we find that God has locked himself into a reward system for man. The Lord's reward system is a motivating factor for his children. Some might view it as bribery, but the Lord knows exactly what it takes in order to get his people to do his will. If we pay close attention, we observe that the majority of the promises in Scripture are conditional. Now, God says that he will give us a reward if we will but follow his commands. Ultimately, we should desire to do the will of God, even if there was no reward attached to it. However, it is God himself who has decided to attach the reward system onto his promises. Listen, the Apostle Paul even wrote that those who run in a race are running for a prize. Furthermore, the reward should cause one to strive just that much harder to win. God is love, and love wants to share. We often say that God is in the blessing business, and that statement is quite true. Our Heavenly Father is just waiting for us to fulfill his requirements, to meet his conditions, so that he can give us the reward that goes along with our obedience. Every believer needs to become rewards conscious. That is not the wrong motive, but it is God's idea. Strive for the prize. You'll probably surprise yourself as to what you're able to accomplish. And that's straight from the pastor's heart.